We've got a lot to unpack in this episode, so let's get into it. Welcome to Game Informer 3, where I pick 3 main articles from Game Informer magazine to review. First off, I'd like to say this month's issue of artwork has a great mix. And starting on page 7, you'll see different artworks. One of the submissions is by Emily Desis, and here you can see it's a Lego princess. All right, here at the bottom, you can see another reader submission, Micah Jensen. And it looks like a Halo rendition. All right, this is all on page 7. Now, when you go to page 8, there's an adorable artwork of Mario by Zoe Post right here. And on the right, you can also see the winner of the month, which is Bradley Albinson. And it is a very interesting rendition. I'm not sure what reference this is from, but I'll put the picture in the video. Now, the first article I want to talk about starts on page 10, and this is one of my beloved games for the PlayStation 2 and on up for a long time, and that is Kingdom Hearts. Now, who could have thought of a better idea to mix the Disney universe with the Final Fantasy and Square Enix universe? This was an ingenious idea. With the series starting in 2004, who knew it would last almost 2 decades and coming up on its 20th year anniversary. Page 12 highlights the 13 installments within the Kingdom Hearts series. Also, that it sold 35 million copies worldwide. This series was originally introduced by Shinji Hashimoto in 2004. One thing I'd like to point out that in the first game, Mickey Mouse was not a major component of the first game in the series, and that was purposefully done, as Disney's IPs are very popular across the world and was the main attraction of the game, with worlds such as the Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and many others, Peter Pan such for example. Page 13 also talks about Daigo Tsukato, and he was the originator of the initial Keyblade designs. Page 14 talks about the initial storyline of the importance of friendship, memories, and love. So it's interesting. If you want to find out more about that, go ahead and go to page 14 and you'll find out more information about that. Overall, I enjoyed this article and I don't want to spoil too much about it. I just wanted to touch on a few elements of the article. Now let's move on to the next one. Man, it was so hard to decide what articles to talk about within this issue because it genuinely is so packed with so many items. But I wanted to talk about this next article, which discusses the future of gaming and how they're developed. Epic Games released Unreal Engine 5, and the article basically goes over a couple of prospective games and things that are being built with the engine. And just to name some of the games on the list that the article goes over is Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2, Kingdom Hearts 4, The Witcher game, Dragon Quest 12, The Flames of Fate, and also, I'm really excited about this one, the new Tomb Raider game. Some of these games I have to touch on in a totally separate video. There's other articles dealing with Kingdom Hearts 4 specifically, and I will get to those games in a future video. The last article we're going to talk about in this video is the Castillo project. On page 47, it lets us know, based on the synopsis, there was hopes for life beyond Earth, and there was a DNA experiment that was laid on humans, therefore it converted them in sort of a monstrous being. And this is known as the scariest game of 2022. Also on this page, it explains how Shawfield pulled away from the Call of Duty franchise to focus on these games developed as Sledgehammer. And one of the concepts was called Meteor Down, which was a science fiction survival game. Page 41 goes into how he assembled his team for the game. The protagonist of the game is sprung 300 years into the future after World War II. For you suspense and survival horror fans, this seems like the perfect game that'll bring a new twist in the survival horror franchise. Now I'll take a brief intermission to introduce one of my new products available at CLOLearnshop.com. Be sure to head over to the website and pick up your very own GamerSoft wallet and many other products on the website. Now let's get to the end of the video. Now obviously I couldn't cover not even a tenth of what was in this magazine, but I'm gonna run a B-roll right now so you can see some of the great things that's in this issue this month. Let's hit it. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Game Informer 3. Be sure to check out CLOLearnshop.com. If you would like to support the channel, all the links are below in the description. Also, if you have a recommendation for a gaming video that you would like me to go over, make sure to leave a comment below. Have fun gaming, stay close to God, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.